And now back to Real Estate Today with Jackie Malhotra.
And welcome back to Real Estate Today. What I'd like to talk about today is setting realistic financial goals if you are interested in purchasing a home in the new year. It can be a very overwhelming experience sometimes, and going through what we did with the economy, how the economy fell, and some people had, a negative experience with the market. It can be very scary to think about getting back in as a homeowner. If you're a first-time home buyer, you don't always know what to expect as far as expenses that are going to be coming your way. So for the new year, you might want to think about saving toward a down payment, closing costs. If you think that you're going to have inspections done on a home once you find one that you put an offer in on. Moving costs can be very high depending on where you're moving from, if you have to hire movers, rent a truck, etc. There can also be insurance costs, supplemental tax bills, just things that you don't always know about or prepare for. So I'm in no way a financial advisor, but I thought today maybe I could give you a few tips on how to start saving for the new year and work toward your goal of being a homeowner. Now some people may think that being a homeowner is scary because there's unforeseen issues that come up. Things break in the house. You might have, a plumbing leak or something that you're not really expecting. And all of a sudden, you could have an estimate to fix these problems that is quite high. So it is frightening because you may not have a large savings after you've gone through your down payment and closing costs and all of that. So a few things I would recommend, possibly if you're renting a home currently, it may be a great idea to get your pre-approval done, figure out what your monthly payment could be on a home that you can afford, and then get an estimate of costs as far as what your down payment will be, your closing costs, maybe an estimate of that, any other costs that would be included in purchasing a home, and set a goal of when you would like to purchase a home, whether it be in 2015, 2016. I think if you don't set a goal, it's much harder to work toward purchasing the home. So say you want to, purchase a home in the end of 2015, then you can break it down monthly what you need to be saving in order to have a savings built up for the costs that are going to come with that purchasing a home. So if you're renting a home now and you know that your payment is, could be up to several $100s more once you purchase, start now and work that payment into your budget. Put the difference of your rent and what your house payment may be, put that in savings. One, you get in the habit of paying that amount of money on a monthly basis, and you'll know if you can afford that payment. And also, it really will add up quickly, where you can have that money in savings and you'll be prepared. So when the month comes that you're ready to go look for a house, you don't have that stress of, great, we found this house and we want to make an offer, but we're not quite sure that we can afford all the costs that come with it. So that's just one of the tips. If you do have a monthly budget and you have purchased a home or you are thinking about it, it's great to have an envelope at home, even to set aside so much money each month in your budget. I think Dave Ramsey, if you know who he is, he would appreciate that I'm adding this in our show today. But along with his financial plans of paying cash for everything and setting money aside, budgeting every penny every month, so you know where it's going, you definitely want to have an envelope for your home, whether it's for home improvements, things that come up that you're not expecting, insurances, anything like that. At least you're working toward that goal and it's worked into your budget. It's not something that just pops up and causes any added stress. I know that most families don't need any more added stress these days than what already comes their way through work, etc. And also, along the same lines, an emergency fund. When you're a homeowner, it's along the same lines, but it is at least a minimum of $1,000 is very wise to have set aside in cash as your emergency fund. And in general, not just for home purchasing, but that would be a great idea. Supplemental tax bills that come with purchasing a home, you may or may not receive one of those, but you know, I purchased a home about a year ago. I had about an $800 supplemental tax bill. That's not included in your impound account. So that's another reason why a $1,000 emergency fund would be great. If that comes up and surprises you, then you are prepared. So those are some ideas that I have as far as working toward that goal for 2015 or even 2016. You just want to keep it very realistic and stress-free. It can be a great experience to purchase a home, whether it's your first time or if you're getting back into the market after the economy has fallen. We want it as agents and brokers and people who have companies here. We want to make it a great experience for you. So as far as that goes, real quick to touch on that, a great idea. And even for agents, I know when I have buyers, I purchase all of my buyers' home warranties with the close of escrow. That is my gift to them. You can get them for around $400 for great coverage, and nowadays there's even more options out there for minimal cost to add the coverage for appliances and whatever, pools, you know, air conditioning, etc. So as an agent, that is a great idea for a gift, but as a home buyer, you may want to talk to your agent to get information on the warranties. They have great coverage now. There's usually around a $60 fee for the homeowner, and you know, whatever goes wrong, whether it's plumbing, they'll send someone out, and a lot of things are covered. So that's another way to get around those emergencies. So we're going to take a quick break here. Please come back to join us. I'm going to talk about winterizing a vacant listing, a vacant home, even vacation homes. Up here we experience cold weather, and so hopefully we can minimize any emergencies this winter. And we'll be right back. Thank you.